This might be a bad idea for a starting spot for a YouTube video, but anyway, I thought I'd start videos off in a different position because for the last, dozen videos, I've been sitting on that blue seated machine, which is literally just 5 feet behind the camera right now. But anyway, guys, welcome back to another video. Today, I'm gonna be bringing you guys through my new push session for this off season. So I was gonna be doing a full day of eating video today. So that's what you guys would be watching right now. But myself being so tech savvy as I am, I had this mic muted even though it was connected to my camera. So this was muted and was picking up absolutely zero sound. So I filmed my first 3 meals of the day. I'm 3 meals deep right now. And then when I went to, because sometimes like when I have time on my hands or between check-ins, what I'll do is I'll start editing the video that I'm filming that day. Just kind of get ahead on it a little bit so I don't forget about it or so I don't procrastinate. And I put everything into Adobe Premiere, no audio. So that was my up. So I'm like, well, whatever. I'm gonna figure out what's wrong. Figured out what was wrong with the mic, and it was just I accidentally pressed the mute button on it, and now we're doing a push workout instead. So this is my push upper one workout right now of my split. Nothing has changed so far too much in my split. So we did make the decision to move to Classic. So even though I turned pro in men's physique, we're going to be now transitioning into Classic Physique just because we made the decision of, do we want to have an off season where we're, too afraid to put on too much tissue and go over the men's physique weight cap, or do we want to, see where my potential lies in the division up for men's physique? So we got some feedback from Tyler as well, and he was like, yeah, since Nick's frame is so large and it can hold a lot of tissue, he said he'd want to see me on a pro stage for Classic. So that's what we're doing, and I'm kind of happy about that. And I enjoy doing men's physique, but in the way I look at it, this is bodybuilding. It's not body already built. You know what I'm saying? We're constantly trying to make improvements everywhere. And I want to have productive off seasons. I want to have off seasons where I don't have to, limit the amount of growth. I don't have to train 3-4 times a week because we're afraid to put on too much tissue. So I'm really excited that we're switching to Classic now. And I know you guys would be excited too. I told Fuad and Ben that, and they were pumped that I'm switching to Classic because my height is 6'1.5". My Classic cap is 242, and just for a little bit of reference, when I was on stage when I went pro at Universe, I was the morning of the show, all dried out, everything. I was 213.7, and now that was a prep low, but obviously since it was day of the show, we were extremely dry. But then on stage, I was around that 215 to 217 mark. So we have a lot of tissue to put on. I mean, I damn near have 25 pounds of tissue that we can put on, and even more if we have to potentially diet some tissue down, which is obviously not the most ideal situation. But I'm really glad that we have made the decision to bump up to Classic because it's just a little bit more exciting, and I'm really excited to see how much tissue I put on. Put a lot of size on my limbs, put a lot of density on my back. That's definitely some areas that I need more tissue, but I'll finally be able to train legs twice a week again. I'm really excited about that. So it's currently, by the time you're seeing this now, about 7 weeks probably post-show. And I'm already up to 238, 240 range right now, and that is just in a health phase right now. So my body wants to grow, and I'm not fat by all means. Obviously, I've put some fat on me, which is needed, but I still have shredded ass obliques. My glutes are still shredded. So it's pretty wild to see how lean I've been able to stay, and just my body wanting to grow from just more food, even more intense training than I was on prep. Even though I was still training, it's very intense on prep. I mean, you guys saw all my videos. But just being in a state where my body is de-stressed, it has adequate food, adequate fuel. It's just, my weight's been skyrocketing while maintaining a very, very good level of leanness that's conducive to, off-season progression. So really happy with those things. That's where we're at right now. And then the off-season's about to kickstart here in the next few weeks once we pull labs. Then other than that, you guys, I'm gonna take you guys through the video. Not sure how much talking. I'm gonna try to do a little bit more talking than usual since the music is not on right now, but I wanna give you guys value, kind of show you guys what I'm going through in terms of, exercise selection, why I'm doing things, how I'm thinking about exercises in terms of executing them in a better way to feel better mind-muscle connection, et cetera, et cetera. But anyway, no more talking from me. Let's get into the video. Ooh. All right, starting the push day off with some calves. This seated calf raise machine has to be the absolute best one ever. Siri, come on now, what are you talking about? What is going on? So this seated calf raise machine is freaking awesome. It honestly has to do with the angle of the foot platform, how it's angled slightly more forward, but also it's how the knee pad rests just above your knee, okay? And it's not too far up on your thigh, and I have the absolute best mind-muscle connection with this seated calf raise machine ever. This thing is amazing. What is it? This is a TK Star. Yeah, if you guys can get your hands on a TK Star calf raise machine, probably pretty hard to find one of these unless they're on like Facebook Marketplace or something. Definitely worth it because this thing has definitely made some huge improvements to my calves. Probably doesn't seem like it, you know. This is like one of the only calf raises I'll do besides one of the ones over there. I like one of those ones as well. But I start off every push day with either the TK Star seated calf raise or on the calf raise on a leg press. So right now we're doing 3 sets, feeling around that, you know, that 10 to 15 rep range. I'm keeping things pretty slow in terms of the tempo, making sure that I'm flexing my calf first to initiate the movement out of the bottom, out of the eccentric, and just really having a very, really intense squeeze at the top. So very, very good machine. Prioritize your calf training. Don't be on stage with small calves, especially if I'm gonna do classic. If I got some monster-ass legs, which I got some pretty damn big legs the way it is, especially for being men's physique at first, you know, it's just gonna look weird in a, you know, front relaxed or a front double if my legs are massive and a big upper body and then just small calves. So calves, to be honest, if there's one muscle group that makes you look just way more aesthetic, makes you look way better, and just like really stands out day to day, you know, it's your calves. If you got some big ass calves on you, you know, and you're walking around downtown with shorts on, you know, people are gonna notice some big ass calves. People also notice small ass calves as well, but they're automatically gonna judge you. They're gonna think that you don't train legs just because you have small calves, when in all reality, you got some big ass legs, but you just have small calves. Because people automatically think that, oh, you don't train calves, you got small calves, that means you have small legs. That's the only type of leg training you should be doing if you want big legs, is just do calf raises. No, You know, I got some pretty big wheels on me, but not the best calves, but we're working on them. So this machine has definitely been helping a lot. All right, my calves are mega pumped. That shit's wild. All right, so next up, what we got, since I don't have a cuff for my wrist, looks like we're just gonna be doing these by grabbing the cable, but you guys know that even on my push days, I always have pullovers at the beginning to increase my frequency of lat training. So with these ones, I'm doing it slightly cross body. So if this is my working side arm, I'm turning into my working side, all right? So turning into my working side so I can have a really good stretch of my lat. And I'm thinking about pulling down, depressing my scapula and wrapping my lat around my rib cage. Oh. So you're gonna notice on these, even when I can't get, once I hit around that 10 range, and I'm starting to fail, and it's starting to get harder, and the more the shortened position of the lat, I'm still gonna be finishing off my set with lengthened reps, okay? Because that's very, very beneficial to just hypertrophy in general, but also you can extend your set even further if you're keeping tension on the target muscle. My lats are so pumped. right, so second set, each arm has been completed with these. Even though this is a push workout, I'm not doing this just to warm up my shoulder girdle, okay? This is a great movement to warm up your shoulder girdle, but I'm also doing working sets of this to increase my weekly frequency of my lats. Now, a lot of people can be like, well, why are you gonna do it on a push day when you're taking away energy and performance on that specific push workout? One, I know what I can recover from and what I cannot recover from. And over time, what we have, me and my coach, we've honed in on is, okay, does adding in a different muscle group to a different muscle group than what I'm training that specific day, is that going to mess up my recovery or my performance? And the answer is, over time, we figured out that it did not, okay? So that's why I'm only doing 2 sets here, 2 working sets, because I know, even though I'm, expending energy on single arm pullovers, what you're seeing me do now, is not gonna affect my chest training. In fact, it actually improves my chest training in general because my shoulders is warmed up already. Your lats are a very big stabilizing muscle when it comes to pressing movements. So if I already have blood in that area, and I'm already getting a sweat going, okay, my body is already primed, then boom. Personally, for me, I feel really good doing it that way and going into my push workout, already having a massive lat pump, okay? Now, if I were to take the volume that I'm doing here today and let's say add it into my next back workout, okay, I'm gonna be adding 2 more sets per arm to my lat training on that next back workout. I already know that with how intense my back workouts are, it's gonna kind of be a point of diminishing returns and junk volume at that point, because you can only do so much within a specific given time period of that workout, okay? That's the last thing I wanna do is run into mindless training and junk volume. More volume on one day does not mean more results, okay? And people gotta get that through their head. More volume is not the driver to hypertrophy. Volume is a variable and a lever that you can pull and leverage to increase the stimulus, to force your body to adapt, but volume is not the only driver to hypertrophy. So just by adding in more volume on one day and one muscle group, more sets, more reps, more intensifiers, does not mean you're going to make more progress, okay? All right, now to the chest portion of the training. We got 3 chest exercises. This is one of them later on in the workout, but I'm just using it to warm up and push blood into my chest right now. So this is one of my favorites. Oh yeah, I'm pretty warm. Pushing blood right now. This feels damn good. Such a good machine. All right, so still warming up here to get to my top set of Smith Incline. Now, I've never been the strongest presser, but that's fine. It used to annoy the shit out of me that I wasn't the strongest presser, but also I kept trying to push my strength, and I was getting 0 chest development, okay? My strength would go up, nothing would change here, and also too, I had a shitty mind muscle connection as well. So even to this day, when I'm pressing, yes, my strength will go up, but just because I can move a load doesn't automatically mean I'm gonna have a really intense mind muscle connection, okay? Now, when it comes to my pressing for chest movements, my first set is going to be heavier or failing around that 6 to 8 range, okay? I want that first set to be heavier. I wanna overload the muscle. I wanna keep a good tempo. I wanna make sure that I'm keeping my strength. My second set, I'm gonna dial it back a little bit and maybe drop load about 20%. But I've noticed that just within my training, it's pointless for me just to move a load without having an intense mind muscle connection and having a good squeeze and having even a good flex to initiate the movement out of the bottom of a pressing movement, okay? So just because you can move a load doesn't mean you're getting the most out of that muscle. Doesn't mean you're having the most output out of that muscle. You're recruiting the most fibers out of that muscle, okay? So just because you're getting stronger doesn't mean that you're building more tissue. What up, Cody? What's up? What'd they say about that video? Dude, they fucking loved it. Yeah, I kept telling them that I set myself on fire. No, they actually really liked it though. I have to do the fire thing again. Yeah. I don't know what the deal was. If it was like, I don't know if it was like the butane or what, but like. Well, I don't know if it, I don't. They kept popping. It honestly might have been like the amount of soap. Honestly, and there. Yeah. I'll grab some shit. I'll grab more than this soap and that. Yeah. I think they make like extra sudsy like Dawn dish soap or something, where it's like 3 times the bubbles or some shit. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, that'd be fucking sick. I'd like to, all right, so first set here, first top set. When I'm doing this, okay, I'm thinking about keeping a slight tuck on my elbows I'm thinking about bending that bar, and I'm thinking about driving this elbow into my midline, pushing my chest together, okay? Since on a Smith machine like this, or any type of bench press where it's a barbell, okay, a fixed bar, there's not gonna be any converging at the top. So having a peak contraction, you know, is gonna be kind of difficult. You know, you're still getting a good contraction, but you don't have the converging aspect of it. So if you kind of think about that cue, that cue of when you're doing this exercise, that internal cue of pushing those biceps together to push your chest together, that definitely helps, and especially if you struggle with a mind-muscle connection on something like a Smith machine incline or just incline in general. So first set here, keeping the tempo slow, usually 3 to 4 seconds on the way down, a slight pause in the bottom, drive up, repeat that, 6 to 8 reps, that's what we're shooting for.
I get the money and it's right on cue. Keep the duffel bag up inside my coupe. Hold a couple racks, tell them I love you. You wanna be a boss, do it like I do. Yeah. Get that money, I'ma flex. I get that money, I'ma flex. I get that money, I'ma flex. Now rockin' with the best.
I think I got one more last week. I'll take it. Oh yeah. Oh no, you're good. You're good. I'll be right there. All right, second set here. Dropped load about by 20%. Now shooting for failure around the 8 to 12 mark. Keeping that good tempo, keeping a good mind-muscle connection.
Get that money, I'ma flex. I get that money, I'ma flex. I get that money, I'ma flex. You now rockin' with the best.
Fuck. Woo. And that is how you scatter the roaches, baby. No idea what that means. Oh, I know what it's from. It's her fucking avatar. Oh, I'm geeked. I think I can get it. My chest is too massive to squeeze underneath here. I'm that big. Oh yeah, I got a mega pump going, holy shit. All right, so next up, we got this Nautilus flat press. Now, usually when I'm doing this one, on my plan, I've been doing it like this, okay, with a pronated grip. Now, I saw a video of Rough Diesel doing this with the neutral grips. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna try that out because yes, I still feel my chest, especially in the stretched position of this, at the bottom of the eccentric, but it's hard for me to get a good mind-muscle connection out here up in the front when I complete a rep out here. So I think by putting my hands down here in the neutral grip, I'm gonna have a little bit more easier time with the converging of my chest muscle. And I'm gonna try it out. And if I get less triceps and more chest, then perfect, you know? But if I'm starting to notice that my triceps are taking over pretty heavily, then I'm going to probably just switch back to the pronated grip because there's no point in doing something if my triceps are gonna be the main activator and main mover within an exercise, especially because I'm tucking my elbows a bit and there's more elbow flexion occurring by doing a neutral grip like that.
Yeah. The city is up in the madness.
Damn, yep, I like this a lot.
They turn into animal savage. So rhinos and hippos and mammoths. The hero was coming, I'm locked in. You know that I'm winning, I'm top 10. You know that I came from the dog pen. You want it, you get it, you drop dead.
Yeah, I get
from the bottom.
All right, so because I'm doing the neutral grip here now, I notice that's a little bit harder. But so usually on here, I'm gonna do 3 plates per side. Okay, this is a pretty hard machine the way it is. So I'm gonna lower the load just a little bit. to kind of see where I land in terms of my reps and see how easy or how much harder it is. So just because there is a different variable at play, which is going to be the hand position and the grip, but shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Sandman, I can tap dance through the energy blast. Run flat, never pop your orbit. I keep energy in storage. I see spinning the globe, my fingertip itch. If I could pluck the earthquake hit, look at the wrist, look at your body, I shake it and shift. Big fish in a small pond, Godzilla with a boot on. I step into your lawn, turn skyscrapers into croutons. Hit the button going high speed, need a megaphone to announce me. I move through the pygmies in the top pick, got a pick fleece. Sit back, better breathe deep. Look around and they looking at me. 10 toes still never defeat. Push button never needed a key. Icy ain't ready for me. Hot boy still 100 degrees. I cross eyes and I dotted the T's. E&D till I leave in peace. The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the people is giving the damage.
So that first set supposed to be around that 8 to 10 range. I think I got around 12 progression. But I'm still glad I didn't stop early just to add more weight, because that 12th or 13th rep, whatever I got, was still very intense and a great connection. So I'm gonna stick with this weight for my second set. Fuck. Oh, damn. Whew. All right, took a little bit of a break there. Lost my pump a little bit, not really though, but no, I had to, two of my athletes came here because they're gonna start training here now. So I introduced them to the owner and got them kind of familiar with the gym. But last exercise is going to be this one that we warmed up on, the Nautilus fly. One of my favorite fly variations is this one right here. So first set is gonna be pretty heavy. Second set is gonna be pretty heavy again. And then we got on the second set, we have a double drop set. So that's gonna be pretty intense. So each time dropping it by about 20-30%. So starting this one off with 170 on here, so almost full stack, keeping a good tempo. One thing I tend to notice when I used to train chest is that I would really let my rib cage elevate and I wouldn't keep my core tight, and I wouldn't be mindful of my core control. A huge difference that I made in my trainings, or a huge impact that has made, is that I'm able to brace a little bit more, but I'm able to control my core a little bit better instead of pushing out through my core and rounding my stomach. And over, you know, in bodybuilding in general, small waist is important. And the last thing I want to do is have my waist get enlarged through something that I can control, such as intra-abdominal pressure and keeping my core tight, and also, you know, practicing my vacuums. And now that I am doing Classic now, it holds me much more accountable to doing vacuums in the off season. Yeah, I was very lax days ago with vacuums to my off season, but when I started prep, I was on the money every single day for the entirety of prep, to be honest. You know, but doing vacuums in the off season, now that we're switching to Classic, there's an accountability factor there. You know, not that there wasn't before in terms of men's physique, but for me, just being a pro now and realizing, like, you know what, I gotta do as the pros do, I gotta act like a pro, I gotta, you know, dress for the job that I want, not that a job that I already have. And that job that I want is winning a pro show, you know, and that's gonna be down the road. That's not gonna come anytime soon, and I know that because I have a lot of work to do. But I'm never going to win a pro show if I'm not practicing the fundamentals of everything, not just in the gym here, not just in my fasted cardio in the mornings, not with my diet, you know, but the small things, the nuances of everything. And one of those things being vacuums. So, and I like doing them, and they're fun for me, even though they suck when you hold them for a long period of time, but I think they look sick. And I like posing and putting vacuums into some of my poses. So anyway, enough fucking talk. About to get this set here. Chest is done. Now for some side delts and triceps. And one bicep, and one set of biceps, yeah. Whew. Probably the best lateral raise machine ever. This thing is awesome. This is a Cybex, what is this, Eagle? An awesome machine. New HOSSTILE hats, banging, and the new cargos, branding on the side. These are the straight black ones. Freaking sweet! Available now. All right, so camera's got like one bar left. Feeling damn good. Not the best lighting here, but whatever, fuck it. We don't train for the lighting. We train to get fucking yoked. But anyway, so we had 3 sets of laterals, okay. Going a little bit higher reps there, feeling around the 12 to 20 mark. First set was heavier with 45s, just to, kind of force some blood in the muscle, go a little bit heavier. I hate to use the phrase shock the muscle, because the muscle doesn't, you don't shock the muscle, that's been proven wrong, okay? But I did that because I know that 40s for my first set are starting to get a little bit easier. So what I did is I tried to introduce a novel stimulus with using the 45s, okay? For my first set, and I dropped back down to actually 30s because I got pretty exhausted after my first set of 45s. Then 30s for my last 2 sets were perfect, on the money. Now we're gonna move on to triceps. I got an exercise for triceps and 1 set of biceps as well. So because I'm pretty much training arms in every upper body day of the week, because my arm frequency is pretty high, that's how they respond best to. And I have 1 designated arm day on Saturdays. Today for this workout, since my chest volume was a little bit higher, I don't have as much volume for my triceps and my delts, and the camera's about to die. All right, camera is about to die, but the last time you saw me, oh, yep, it's blinking. Okay, I did 3 sets of lateral raises, explain that. I did 1 over, and I did behind the head, what is it, machine cable extensions for triceps or whatever. It's like easy bar, French press, whatever. Great machine. I did 2 sets there, feeling around 10 to 12, 15, I think I got on my first set. So definitely got more reps than I did last week, and then 12, 13 my second. And then, oh my God, the